You might, we might have had you live saying you took a pee. I'm sorry about that. We all do it. But yeah, we should be live on Facebook, YouTube. I'm going to let everybody in from the waiting room here.
Okay.
Okay. Welcome, everyone.
Here they come.
Piano Tech Radio Hour. Your weekly bridge to the future of the piano industry.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Maybe Sunday.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's great to have you all here. So, yeah, I'll give an introduction here, and we're gonna get off to the races. I may have to cut out a little bit today's session. My father, he's a bit sick right now, so I'm trying to be with him. But yeah, in today's episode, we have Melanie Brooks, and it's going to be quite a blast. I think I might start out by showing a video that she shared, maybe give a little bit of background on Brooks Piano, something that they made to tell their story recently. But before we get into that, I'll just remind you that Piano Tech Radio Hour is brought to you by Piano Technicians Masterclasses, and we bring you the world's greatest instructors and personalities in the piano tech industry right to your living room. We're actually putting on a conference in December, and we're adding confirmed instructors that are really excellent. We've got Arlen Harris is officially confirmed for the event. We have Alex Kirsten from Steingraber, yeah, who actually came. Steingraber came on a previous episode. Udo himself came on previous episode of Radio Hour. So it's looks like a great conference, and just for a couple more days, you can get it at an extremely great rate. So we'll put a link in the chat about how to get in there, and we look forward to having it be, really the first major online piano technicians convention. It's going to be pretty cool, and we'd love to have all you participating. So without further ado, do you guys want to say anything before I'm going to show a little bit of this video, and we can cut it if we feel like, there's a point at which we've seen enough of it. But I'll go bring it up here, and we can check it out in 1 minute.
I would love to see it. I would love to see it.
And feel free to cut it. I mean, it was meant for a different purpose. I just thought a lot of times people want to kind of see what's inside, like where is it you actually are, and that type of thing.
I'm deeply curious.
And it's going to be nothing like you think.
Cool. Well, I'll get it started. Let me know if there's any issues with the video itself. It might be a little choppy playing these videos through Zoom sometimes is. You should get the video, audio, and Melanie or David at any point, through the middle of it, if we want to say, oh, we really want to get to talking, anybody can feel free and chime in. But let me bring that up here. Make sure everybody's looking at, and I'll hit play and we'll check it out.
Oh, wow.
Hey, I'm Melanie. Welcome. Let me give you a sneak peek into our little world. Hey, welcome to Brooks. I'm Josie. So y'all may think we work in a piano shop here, but ironically, the only piano that we have in our shop is my grandfather's little spinet over here.
Pianos have been an integral part of my family legacy. My paternal grandfather was a piano technician. My father is an RPT, and my mother is also an RPT. One of my sisters was formerly trained at University of Western Ontario as a technician, while the other worked at Brooks for some years. My paternal great-grandfather worked for Pratt Reed, and it was Pratt Reed that supported my mother's immigration from England into the U.S. during World War II. I have a huge gratitude for this instrument, literally supporting my family for 5 generations. Above is the Wall of Fame, a variety of awards. My grandfather and my mother's tuning hammers. It appears Wally stole his recently. PTG has played an important part in all of our lives, personally and professionally. My folks, John and I, have held positions both locally and nationally. Josie is a PTG rat too, daughter of Bill Davis, RPT, Southeast Regional Vice President. John, Wally, and I have been institute directors for the annual convention. Presently, I'm acting as president of the PTG Foundation, and we fully support this organization. We've been in business now for over 40 years.
In 1979, Wally and Vivian started Brooks Limited, and in 2009, I bought the business from them. In 2015, we moved to this new building. We took a lot of time thinking about the layout and design that we wanted that worked for us, and we've had great success in this building. So now I'm going to hand you off to Josie, and she and John are going to show you the inner workings of Brooks Limited. Come on, I'll show you around.
I manage the general office as well as being a technician here. I take care of most of your upright projects, and I'm also here to help out in the shop when things get busy. So let me give you a peek at what happens once we've let you know that your samples have arrived. This is John Gallen, our production manager and resident hammer guru. John analyzes each and every set of samples that come through the door with the same care and attention. We do everything on this end to ensure the products you're receiving are the best match for the instrument, the player, and the environment. We'll discuss the details of your project directly with you to recommend the best product available to you, a variety of special service options. We can even help troubleshoot installation issues.
John Gallen from Brooks Limited.
We're here to help you complete your work efficiently and to the best of your ability. Weight control is one of the most important aspects of replacement hammers. Target weights are determined during analysis of your samples, and we work with you to make the right choice for each and every piano you work on. Your samples ensure we've got the right measurements to customize your parts and to find the best match from our extensive stock. We've got shanks and flanges for just about every kind of piano, made to Brooks Limited specifications by the Abel Hammer Company. Steinway type shanks and flanges in 6 different dimensions to help match or improve touch weight and playability, and 4 different dimensions of unbored shanks and flanges for that oddball action you inevitably come across from time to time. Various hammer choices are also always in stock and ready for customization or to ship to your shop for duplication. We continue to work closely with the Abel family to improve our current products and to develop new ones as more generations of pianos come onto the restoration market. We take real pride in the development of the Encore WB Natural Felt Hammer, our Brooks Ltd specialty hammer, which has been developed for consistency right out of the package and easy voicing up or down. The technician's choice for bringing out the best sound in pretty much any instrument. We carry grand and upright hammers in various specifications, from uncut blanks for full customization to cut and coved standards in 15, 17, 19, even 14-pound light hammers and concert naturals. And don't forget your whippings. We have in-stock product for Encore Steinway type whippings by Abel, Steinway, Mason & Hamlin, and Universal whippings by Tokiwa that are fully customizable. We can even assemble them for you with heels glued and flanges pinned. Just send along that sample too. We've listened to your needs over the years too, and for those particular situations, we've got a small stock of genuine Steinway product and also Ronson Weikert felt hammers ready for customization. We're here to help you with your special orders too. If you need particular product for a specific job and you want us to service it for you, you can have it sent directly to us or we can source it for you. We've spent 40 years developing the right relationships with our suppliers for in-house products like Tokiwa Action Parts and Wessel Nickel and Gross composite parts, our wide variety of Abel product, our newest editions of Steinway and Ronson. We aim to have the right products for the job, either here in-house or on the way, ASAP. Our business is technician driven. We have seen changes to our services and products over the years, all driven by our collaboration and communication with you. As we have learned more about the industry and the industry has changed, we've changed too, adding additional products and the tools we need to provide the custom services that best serve you and your projects. So once your samples are analyzed, we've discussed any special needs with you, and we've worked with you to select your products and services, your customization begins. Each set of hammers can be bored, tapered, and tail shaped to best suit the project, and that can be done for your existing shanks or for new shanks and flanges. And of course, for our best known pre-hanging service, your hammers, shanks, and flanges fully assembled and ready for installation and regulation. Now that's a time saver. We are even equipped to fully taper a whole or partial set to help meet those target weights or to assist in clearance issues. So now you've seen the shop side of our operation, but there's more. Brooks Limited has a long-standing relationship with Pianos Bolduc and the Bolduc family in Canada, a premier supplier and manufacturer of highest quality soundboards and wood products for the piano industry. We carry pin block material, ribstock material, bridge capping, and even some specialty tools like touch weight scales and carbide router blades and drill bits. We're also here to broker your soundboard needs. Anything from one custom board to 30 plus soundboards for Steinway, Baldwin, Mason and Hamlin pianos, and more. Just let us know what you need and we'll have it shipped directly to your shop, and usually within 2 to 6 weeks. Brooks Limited is also a distributor of a full line of damp chaser products. We ship same day on in-stock orders placed before 2:30 p.m., so go ahead and schedule that installation appointment. We'll always do our best to get product to you in short order by the most cost-effective means possible. We understand your business and we're here to serve you. Never hesitate to ask us about shipping options. We'll always do our best for you.
As you can see, we are a small operation. We're here, simply put, to make your job easier.
Our custom services save you time and money.
Your feedback is the key to our success. Our conversations make improvements and innovations happen.
We want to get to know you and your business so we can best serve you. Welcome to Brooks. Come back soon.
Wow.
Nice preface.
That's really
thorough.
good, man. Yeah. It's perfect for piano technicians.
Yeah.
The nerds that are all of us, we want to see that stuff.
Well, I feel like it's really, most people don't get an inside view of what's going on. And, I'm quite certain people think that we work in this huge rebuilding shop or that type of thing often. But in fact, that has changed. Wally did have a rebuilding shop, and that's kind of how we started. And we did start in that, but it's migrated out of that. And, what we actually do is really honed down so much because of the need of technicians, that we're, really polarized to exactly what we need to get done.
And talk about how your business has been, especially over the past, let's say, year.
We have been in business since 1979, and I would say John and I have worked together now for 26 years. So I know, which is crazy. We joke because I think I've spent more time with him than my husband and he with his wife, But business is extremely consistent. It is amazing to me that over the years, things can stay so consistent as far as our business goes, when you think about how it actually happens, when people actually have to find pianos and technicians have to get out there. But we have continued over many, many years to really stay steady. I mean, this is not a fast growing business. It changes a little every year and we see differences in what it is we're actually selling. But we have remained extremely consistent. Over COVID, obviously, we were all hit like everyone because technicians are our source of income. And not being able to go into homes, obviously, everybody was shut down at the beginning. However, I have found technicians are and have always been resourceful. We have always made it through every recession. And when COVID hit, it was just apparent that technicians did exactly what I thought that they would. And that was in those late weeks of February and March. Work started pouring in and we were super, super busy. And that piano that you've had in your garage or your shop or your back room that you were gonna get to, I think that a lot of people just realized, they weren't sure what they were going to do, and technicians took advantage of the situation and ordered product in order to prep that project that they'd had sitting there for a long time. And we saw a huge push in the very beginning, and then obviously we all slowed down, and we sell damp chaser products as a part of our business, and that got put on hold. We were really hopeful at first. I thought we were going to be able to get all of our university work done in a really nice progress, because I thought, oh, the universities are closed. They'll let the technicians in, and the technicians will be able to get all of this work done. That didn't happen for us. And as I'm sure you guys have also understood, because they weren't letting people in, but we were down like everybody else, probably down like 20% at least. And then recently, I would say by midsummer, we were seeing work again. And we recently, I think with all of the fall appointments that people would have even had scheduled, before COVID, we've seen a huge push, and we have been very, very busy, like I would say for the last month. And now we're down about 5 to 10% over last year. So you guys are great. and you continue to find work. And I think with the whole COVID situation, my feedback has been, first of all of the piano teachers see what kinds of pianos their students are working on, are playing on, and have pushed for them, or their parents to put some money into their pianos, knowing that they're not going to be able to play if their piano doesn't work. Right. And then I think individual players have found the little gift we've had with COVID of time to practice and play and enjoy.
And our database has reflected to us, our clients,
Mm-hmm.
our precious clients have reflected to us that when you play more, you hear more and you feel more.
Yeah.
So they want their pianos more like a recording now than they ever have before, which means they're not spending money on going out to dinner or doing this. So spending $150 on voicing your piano is like, yeah, of course I'll do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And our shop has been very busy of recent, I think because of that, because people are prepping for being shut down again, and they want to make sure that their instrument is at the top of its game before they get there. I don't know how the technicians feel about this, but that's been our, small view into the industry.
So let's just use your 35 years or some crazy amount of time in the piano business, like really deep in the heart of the piano business, and see, when you get ready to retire in another 30, 35 years, what do you see as going on? What do you see as the living, beating heart of the piano community? Same as now? Talk about that.
I think this industry is sustaining. I think it will be sustaining. I think it'll be even more sustained after COVID. Again, because people have realized what some of the true value in life is, and where to find happiness, and where to support themselves in just staying well. And I kept thinking when I very first started, so I'm an economics and business major. When I first came, I lived overseas for 6 years. I used to work for Ernst & Young. I worked for the Financial Times for a little bit. I never, ever was going into the piano industry. And when I came back, my parents were in this little business that we do. And I kept thinking to myself, literally having conversation with Wally, like, but it's gonna run out. I mean, like, it's gonna run out. You can't keep selling like the pianos are gonna run out, but the reality is it's not. I mean, there were thousands and thousands and thousands of pianos made over the years. And even in this, this day and age where, we're like, more people are concerned about the phone than than their instruments, there are still avid players, and people still want their children to learn how to play. And I think that this business is sustaining, and it will continue to sustain. Taking it to a different level, I think what's really happening is just the technical skills of piano technicians have changed so much, so dramatically. And all of these opportunities like this are driving our field to do better and better and better work. And I've seen that happening over 30 years that I've been in the business. And I'm always fascinated to continue to see that, not only physically seeing it happen, but the drive of technicians to continue to want to do better and learn more. I think that we're really gifted with this industry to see that happening in front of our eyes, and people striving to do better.
I think that's absolutely right. And I think you can see the same rise in build and tool quality in other little domains too. The car domain, same thing. These little other domains that people work in, it's been the same rise. But in the piano business, from when I started and now, the general knowledge of a piano technician is, of the piano technicians that I interact with, which are mostly from the guild and pretty good piano technicians, is just an order of magnitude greater.
Yeah.
So much more care about artisanal work and how you do things and whether you're using the best practices.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much of a tradition bound, almost like dogma bound thing. Well, this is how we do it. I mean, my God, when I started 25, 30 years ago, nobody was rebuilding actions like they are now. Nobody was doing the geometry work and the mechanical engineering work that they're doing now. Very few.
So
actually,
the
let me cut in
Yes.
quick before you go into that, Melanie. Just need to give a shout out to the people watching us on Facebook, YouTube. We're going to be signing off the live stream there. So if you do want to join us in the Zoom chat, we put a link in the Facebook and YouTube chat, so you can join us here, and we'll see you in a minute. But going back to your point there, David, talking about people getting into rebuilding actions and so on and so forth. Melanie, what did you have to say on that?
So the reason that Brooks Limited exists is that my father was trying to fulfill a need of his own. He was a piano rebuilder, and so the